I'm talking to David Hurley. His Excellency is the Governor of New South Wales. Welcome to Canberra, Mr Governor.
Gary, thanks very much. Delighted to be here.
Now, you're here ostensibly to open the CWA conference, which has been a rather big deal. But while you're here, you've been taking the opportunity to have a little look at a few other things. And one of them this morning was the Justice Reinvestment. Are you familiar with that program?
Yes, I've visited them. There's another trial project being run up in Burke.
Yep.
And I've spoken to them and visited them there. And when I was aware that there was going to be another pilot here in Cowra, or looking to do a pilot, I wanted to call in and just see where they're at, where they're thinking about it, and how they're progressing.
From what I've seen, the results are very good.
Yeah, I think it's got enormous potential because it puts the solution or the driving ideas into the hands of elders. So the Indigenous community has the ball firmly in their hand, but it's nested in a lot of community support. And
it's very much a shared thing, and both sides take responsibility.
Yeah, it's community accepting responsibility for youngsters who are at risk of being into the juvenile justice program or already in it, and we don't want them to go back again. And
that's right.
I think it's a different way of looking at it, and the reinvestment comes, well, if it costs us so many $100,000 to keep a youngster in detention, what if we put a proportion, all of that money, into preventing them?
Now, in your opening address, you mentioned the CWA as being an important part of the fabric of regional New South Wales and Australia. And how do you see the CWA keeping our rural communities going?
Yeah, I think their topic, the theme for the conference is change, challenge or opportunity. And as we all know, it's both. And there's enormous benefits in change. I'm not quite sure which direction they'll go, but their core is good, their values and what they believe in and so forth. I think that's really essential, and I'll hold on to that. For them, it's changing demographies. As rural town populations have waxed and waned in certain areas, and what's the best way to the mechanics of achieving what they're doing. I think that's what they're looking at, and I'm not quite sure where they'll end up, but they might not be able to do that themselves. But it's very important they do. 94 years they've been around, and they'll be around for a lot longer. There's still work to be done, so what's the most effective way to do it?
The mind boggles over 90 odd years of how many scones must have been cooked, but they quite often say it isn't just about scones.
No, it's not.
There.
And again, the comment I made yesterday was, you can talk about tea and scones, that brings a smile to everyone's face. But tea and scones equals money. Money equals the ability to make change. And they have been a real change agent for rural women and rural communities. And if you just look at the issues they get involved with and they discuss with and they have a voice with and they're influential with, every scone you eat helps them
do something
better for the community. So it does make us smile, but it is a very productive outcome.
And I'm told the most popular stall at the Sydney Easter Show is the CWA scones and cream.
And that's where they should sell their message.
That's right. Now, when the celebrity visits Australia, of course, as they're in the airport, one of the first questions that is asked before they've had a chance to have a look around, though, is how do you like the area you're in? Now, I know you've had a couple of days having a good look around. What do you think of Cowra?
Well, it's not the first time here.
Right.
We have relatives here. My wife's sister lives here. So we've been to Cowra quite a few times. It's a beautiful place, and just standing up again on top of the Feast Brenswick lookout on Monday morning, it's just a glorious sight. It really is lovely countryside.
Well, thank you for sharing those thoughts with us.
Pleasure. Thank you.